Kind of a stunner here at the Munich Auto Show over the weekend. Mercedes debuted their CLA EV here. Sort of the CLA class, normal gas-powered cars. They're going to kind of cancel that car, sort of see it off into the sunset. But then they announced this EV that's going to come up based on a concept that'll be sort of almost production ready. This new car, quite stunning in its looks. Going to have also around 400 miles of range, if not a bit more than that. So it's sort of taking on Tesla, the Model 3, which is around 320 or so. So Mercedes up in the ante there from a range point of view, but also, as we know, Mercedes knows what they're doing with luxury. A nice widescreen digital display in that cockpit. It's going to look great, I think. So we'll see that probably the next year or two coming out from Mercedes. Can't come soon enough for the brand, I think.
There is a new Tesla Model 3 killer in town, and every Tesla investor needs to be aware. While Tesla's maintained a steady lead in the EV market, new competitors are starting to arise, and without proper action, these companies may start to eat into Tesla's market share. It's disturbing, but true. As Tesla strives to make its way to the top by manufacturing the best electric vehicles, it's obvious that other EV companies are not just sitting idle. New EV models are starting to hit the market, and these cars are built to rival Tesla's model. This is likely the story of Mercedes CLA, the long-range sedan built on an EV concept that clearly has Tesla set in its sights. According to Mercedes, the concept CLA would achieve a 466-mile range using the automaker's modular architecture platform, which is clearly above Tesla's refreshed long-range Model 3 at about 421 miles of range on a single charge. Quite a competitor, if we have to admit. So, could this be the vehicle that drives Tesla's Model 3 into obscurity? Let's find out.
That refreshed Model 3, we start there, but that's only in China and I think Europe. Not yet here in the US.
Yeah, and what was funny was last night I kept refreshing the Tesla, web page to see if it was in the US. But no, it's just China and Europe, which makes sense. They retooled the China factory first.
Okay, we've been waiting on that one. I think more of a surprise potentially was the continuing downward price of Model S and X, the most expensive of Tesla's offering. What do we know about that?
So the S and X are really a tiny share of Tesla's overall sales, but by slashing the prices, they now qualify for the $7,500 tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act
in this country,
in the United States. So this is an all-out push by Elon to chase volume, which he forecast. He telecast to everyone that that's what he was going to do.
Yeah, we'll remind our audience. I think the line from Elon Musk has always been that they are willing to sacrifice profit to protect growth. Just explain that to us.
Yeah, so they are willing to sacrifice profit margins or gross margins to maintain their market share. And it's really put the other automakers sort of on the back heel, because how do you compete with Tesla on price now?
Mercedes-Benz recently unveiled a new concept CLA class at the Munich Motor Show 2023. The new concept is based on the Mercedes-Benz modular architecture and uses powertrains that are derived from last year's Vision EQXX concept. According to Mercedes, this first entry-level EV will come with a 466-mile range on a charge, and it will achieve this range with a combination of a new battery system, drivetrain efficiency, and design centered around its new 800-volt modular architecture EV platform. While this seems like a random unveiling from yet another car manufacturer, believe it or not, the Tesla Model 3 may be the best comparison for this new Mercedes car. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. Mercedes plans to introduce and price this concept CLA as an entry-level EV, even though what that means in terms of cold hard numbers is still unclear. Mercedes-Benz always knows how to make a concept look sci-fi, and the concept CLA is no different. It's got an 800-volt architecture, bringing up to 250 kilowatt rapid charging, and there's also a new MB.OS operating system that is combined with Superscreen, and the most efficient model promises impressive efficiency for up to 750 kilometers of driving range. While there are obviously wilder concepts out there than the CLA, part of what makes this one particularly interesting is its juxtaposition to the biggest fish in the EV pond, Tesla. There have even been a number of comparisons between this vehicle and the Model 3, which begs the question, could a greater range and bolder design be enough to eat away at the Model 3's dominance? Let us find out. But before we do, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. Tesla has faced a strong set of competition over the years, and this has not just been limited to car designs and features. The competition has also been in terms of vehicle production and delivery numbers. For instance, when Lucid produced a significant number of EVs in 2022, several Tesla bears dished out bearish comments about Tesla's demand and Tesla's stock price dropping. Many even said that the competition is closing in on Tesla, and in no time the automaker will be nowhere to be found. But every Tesla fanboy knows that not only are these bearish claims, but they're also untrue. EV manufacturers like Lucid are just trying to compete with Tesla by offering luxury electric vehicles, but we know that they'll soon wear out at this rate. And the same goes for other companies that are trying so hard to compete with Tesla. The reason for this is that Tesla has built a brand reputation that will last a long time. The EV brand has become synonymous with luxury and efficient electric vehicles, and it will take its competition years of producing similar cars to be able to take on Tesla's place at the industry's top spot. No doubt the Mercedes CLA could shake the demand for Tesla's Model 3 a bit, but we think the vehicle still has a long road ahead. So there isn't really much to worry about. Tesla is doing well, and it will take more than a luxury EV to cut short its valuation. Tesla has been a leading electric car company for years, constantly thrilling the industry with amazing innovations, and more still to come. Despite the various market challenges, this car company has managed to soar above many of its competitors in incredible ways. It is still making waves in the industry, unlike most of these companies that are struggling to keep their heads up above the water. Tesla has increased its car production and delivery volume not just in the US, but in all its markets globally. According to Elon Musk, the EV company has delivered millions of cars since production started, and it continues to ramp up this production with the goal of making up to 20 million electric vehicles by 2030. By building more gigafactories, Tesla will meet its EV production targets and consequently rake in more revenue for the automaker. With more revenue, Tesla can then set up innovations to further secure its place as a leading position in the car and energy market. And it will mean that the company not only is successful in companies where its market is from, but globally as well. Already, Tesla has introduced its newest home battery backup system, the Powerwall 3, which comes with more power throughput and its own built-in solar inverter. This setup makes for a more vertically integrated home solar power installation for new setups compared to the Powerwall 2, which is just a battery. Innovations such as these are what Tesla will probably invest in as the years go by, and in the long run, this will not only be beneficial to Tesla as a company, but also for its investors. Overall, Tesla is a highly rated EV company, and it has strong potential to dominate the industry in the future, mainly due to the increasing projects that it has in the works. With proper execution, the automaker is likely to achieve most of its planned projects, all of which could see Tesla's stock price skyrocketing in the future. Do you think the CLA is a strong competitor to the Model 3? Let us know down below. And if you want to know more about what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.